interwebs, and welcome back. I'm Shana, and this is where I share my life and stories and visual opinions and whatever else I feel like. And today we are here with a little bit different, little bit special video. Please ignore my bad French day, and I keep getting cat hair in my eye, so you know, it is what it is. But today's video is kind of exciting. I wanted to film this in January because it would have made more sense, but as you guys know, pandemic life, everything is just blurring together as far as days goes, and what is time anyway? What is time? So one of the things that I started doing, I have been into journaling for a very long time. I have journals from back when I was in elementary school up until today. As you can see, this one is from July 2019 through May 2020. And if you are somebody who is into astrology and tarot and things like that, you might know that there is a big pick a card tarot community here on YouTube. And I like to watch them. Some of them are really good, some of them are not so good, but you know, it's something that I have gotten an interest in. And I decided that I was going to write down some of the month-to-month pick-a-card readings that we're going to talk about what was coming up for my year of 2020. So that way I could look back at the end of 2020 and see how accurate they were. Now, the first one we're going to talk about today is from a reader who I really, really love. She is just wonderful, fabulous. She has great energy. And her name is Anza. She used to go by Earth to Anza, and now she goes by 8th House Studio on YouTube. So if you want to check her out, make sure you go subscribe, say hello, and just watch her stuff because she's really awesome. She's very knowledgeable and she's very real. And that's one of the things that I love about her. This is her 2020 month-to-month prediction. And for this prediction, I chose pile number 3, the Sunstone. What I want to do is go through all of the things that obviously she said I should expect for each month. But before that, I want to explain what I remember doing that month, what that month was about, and insert some Instagram pictures so that way we can see how accurate it was and, you know, what you guys think. So for our overall oracle cards, we got Guide, Earth, Failure, Fear, Gift, Growth. Big turning point or big change for the better. We'll always remember this year. Certainly will. Unforgettable. Breaking of patterns, definitely. Transformations, finally receiving the gifts you deserve. Grounding relationships, a lot of moments of guidance and guiding, overcoming fear and failure. Healing energy for others and someone you are growing with, romantic or business. We got the Caduceus. I probably butchered that and I'm really sorry. You will receive news from afar. Boy, did I. Use your skills to aid others, inspiring others. From the Wizard card. The Sphinx, choose your words carefully. Earth, utilize logic, reasoning, and common sense. Connecting with yourself, the Earth, physical changes, and making good decisions. Your fears are getting in the way of you finding success. Choose your words carefully. The Hourglass, time is of the essence. The Serpent, a sly and subtle approach is needed. Be careful about who you let into your circle. As we grow, we need to shed skin. So getting into the month to month now. We have the Page of Wands, a passionate new beginning. So January for me was the first challenging month of the year. It started off really fun because I was in Vietnam and I was traveling around with my friend Tom and I was just having a magical time. It was incredible. But then on my way home, I got some very bad news about my grandmother passing away, and I was devastated, absolutely devastated, because I felt like the world's worst granddaughter, the world's worst daughter, just a bad human for not being there and for not seeing my grandmother in 4 years and for not being able to help or support my family in the way that I felt that I should have been. And so it was just hard. It was a very hard month for me in that aspect. And yes, I did still try to make the most of it. I went and did some things with my friends, but it was just mentally and emotionally very challenging for me. But I also, in that time period, did my best to be in communication with my family and with my friends and talk about how I was feeling and what was going on and being honest about those things, because I've never been good at talking about my feelings. I'm an Aquarius. I have a lot of feelings, but I don't like to talk about them or acknowledge them. But I was trying to be more communicative and be better in that aspect. So what we have for January, she said, we got the moon card reversed and the 2 of cups, Piscean energy, dreamland, not quite rooted in truth. Whether that's good or bad, communication will help you the most. Don't let fear stop you from communicating. So, I mean, it sounds fairly accurate. For February, let's see, February is my birth month. February was still continuing upon the challenging aspect that I had come into in January. However, I was really excited for my birthday. I had a wonderful time with my friends. We went to Harry Potter World. I had so much fun with them. I did a lot of other fun things with my friends in February. I was also prepping to move. I can't remember if it was the beginning of February or the end of January that I bought my ticket to move back to the US from Japan, which was a huge financial investment, as well as I took out a loan so that way I could start paying to send my stuff home. It covered my ticket, and then it was just something that like I didn't have to worry. I was trying to save money and pay the loan as quickly as possible, obviously, but it was just like, okay, I have all the money that I need to be able to do these things that I need to do, and I don't have to worry about it. Then in February as well was when the pandemic was really starting. Like it started before, but it was really like getting, heavy during that time, and school got canceled, and that was really hard. That was a very quick end to something that I was not expecting. I think that was pretty much the summary of February. So for February, she has the 4 of Pentacles reversed, the Devil reversed, the Death card, and the 2 of Swords. So February was releasing some type of control over a situation, putting an end to something unhealthy, opening up more, financial decision, there's a means to an end. You have to cut out the BS that you don't need. This negative self-sabotaging problem, it will be resolved. I don't know what negative self-sabotaging problem we were necessarily talking about, but we definitely had the big financial decision. We had an end to many things during that month. Unhealthy, I'm not sure about. There was a relationship that I did kind of put an end to during that month, but that could be it. But I don't feel like that was super significant in my life either. I was definitely trying to continue opening up more, and then releasing control over a situation. I mean, yeah, didn't have any control over school ending or any of that, so true. Next, we have March. So in March was an interesting month for me. I became homeless in March because my lease ended on my apartment. So the beginning of March was me packing, moving, going through things, selling things, doing everything that I needed to do to get out of my apartment. And on top of that, I was still trying to just enjoy the last of my time there, spend time with my friends, do the things that I loved, etc. Then as soon as I got out of my apartment, I was very lucky to have some friends of mine allow me to stay with them for a little bit. And I went on this grand adventure where I went to Okayama and Hiroshima and did all these things by myself. But also, like, I had to be really careful during this time period. There were a lot of decisions that I needed to make on, what would be the smart thing to do. I, at this time, had grand plans to do all of this traveling, go back and spend a few days with my friends, but then do more traveling. And because of the pandemic situation and states of emergency happening, I had to, listen to my gut and make smart decisions and decide what was safe to do and what wasn't, and when I would or would not do any type of traveling. So it was a very interesting month as far as all that goes, but it was also really fun. Like, I got to do a lot of really cool things in the month of March and make a lot of really good memories during the month of March. But there was a lot of change during the month of March as well. So for March, we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Powerful decision you are making. making logical, common sense decisions about something, enjoy the cherry blossoms while you can. Someone who is older may come in to help you, and a promotion or leveling up. So I think the someone coming in older to help me was probably my friends coming in clutch and letting me stay with them, and especially stay with them longer than we had originally planned due to the pandemic situation. And then I think it's really interesting that we got enjoy the cherry blossoms while you can, because the cherry blossoms actually started while I was on my travels in March that year, or last year. So that was pretty spot on there. Definitely made a lot of powerful decisions as well, and logical, common sense ones. So there you go. Next up we have April. So April was when I made my big move, but overall April was good in a lot of ways, but also challenging in a lot of other ways, because like I was saying before, I wasn't able to do all the things that I really wanted to do before I left Japan, but I did get to spend a lot of time with people who I really love and who are like my family. So that was really wonderful. It just wasn't in the capacity that I necessarily had intended it to be. But I did move back to the US in April. We had a lot of big changes there. I was very lucky to not get sick, and hopefully I didn't get anybody else sick during that time as well. It was very, very lucky for me, because especially traveling internationally during that time, it was dangerous, and I could have easily gotten sick. I could have easily gotten somebody else sick, and I didn't have a choice. I had to leave. My visa was expiring. I had my plane ticket. There was nothing I could do about that situation. I didn't have anywhere to live. I mean, I had my amazing friends who like I said, came in clutch and were incredible for letting me stay with them, but I couldn't rely on them, and I couldn't just stay there. Like, that wasn't something that I could do. I definitely was in a way wondering if I should, but it wasn't a feasible option for me, so I had to go. So for April, what she says, it's the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Very aware of something, listen to your intuition. Something is not right, you will escape narrowly. That was very short and very straightforward, and kind of makes sense. So next we have May. So during the month of May, I was really working on transitioning back into my life in America, getting things together, working on a routine, making sure that I was being healthy and taking care of myself, walking every day, doing yoga every day, working on my mental health, getting into meditation, journaling when I needed to, focusing on editing, focusing on music more, just trying to be creative in a lot of ways and focus on the things that were important to me, and that kind of vibe, especially because I was really sad at this time. I left somewhere that I really loved, and I came back somewhere in the middle of a pandemic where I couldn't see anybody. I didn't really have friends. I still don't really have friends. But I mean, I have my online friends. I have you guys, but I don't have many physical friends here. But it was challenging in a different way. And I was trying to focus on being creative and doing the things that brought me joy and being healthy, mostly during the month of May. I also got to spend time with my dad, which was really nice because he came home during that month and I hadn't seen him in 2 years at that time. But let's see what she says for May. So May had the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. May is independence, self-acceptance, confidence, outshine, opportunity to express self creatively. Expressing yourself will invite opportunity. Best month to express yourself. You will be able to reach a lot of people. Shine. Did I reach a lot of people? I don't know, but I would definitely say that working on independence, self-acceptance, and confidence was a theme for that month if I was working on myself and routine and all of that. So, was it accurate? I don't know. You guys tell me. Tell me what you think. All right, next we have June. So from May through June is where I feel like my pandemic months really started to blend together and have continued to blend together in a lot of ways. In June is when my mom got back to the house with my papa and we surprised him. I was continuing to focus on the things that were important to me, trying to continue to work on my YouTube and my Instagram and social media and content creation and all of these types of things, and also teaching online and just trying to find some kind of balance during that time. I was also trying to get back into doing more makeup and more interesting makeup looks and just trying to take care of myself overall in general. That was pretty much the theme of my June. So let's see what it says. June was justice and the Six of Wands. Everything being balanced, going to be recognized for efforts, creating something with someone. I don't know that I was necessarily recognized for my efforts, except for, I mean, if you count being recognized by my family and my friends and you guys for the work that I was putting in, then definitely. But I don't know that I necessarily got any kind of particular feedback on that. I don't know. And once again, you guys tell me what you think. Next, we need to talk about July. So July, again, like I said, the months were blending together by this point, but July was my sister's birthday. We went to Biloxi for her birthday. Everything was safe. If you guys want to watch those vlogs, they're up. You can watch them. But that was pretty much the big thing that I did in July. Other than that, a lot of July was when I was really starting to feel extremely disconnected and extremely lonely, and really wondering if I had made the right decision in coming back or not, because Japan was my second home. It is my second home. I love it there, and I still sometimes wonder, if I made the right decision. I do feel like I did. I do feel like I made the right decision for my own growth and for where I need to go in my life. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, I miss it, and I'm always gonna miss it. Part of my heart is always gonna be there. It's my second home. So I think in July, really starting to feel that even harder than before. And if you guys saw my video where I was crying about missing Japan, then you know that I was already feeling it, but it was just even more so. So I think that was the majority of my July. Let me check through my pictures really quick and see if there's anything that jogs a memory. One other thing that did happen in July is that I hit 1,000 subscribers in July. So that was really exciting. I can't believe I missed talking about that a minute ago, but yeah, there you go. There was a big thing that happened. Yep, that's it. So let's see what it says. We have July with the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands. Make a decision to put your foot forward and make plans for your future. Don't be stuck in the past. Moments of being sad about or reflecting on the past, traveling or feeling homesick, looking at life and goals from all perspectives, making plans for the future. I did a little bit of traveling, if you count going to Biloxi. Definitely a lot of feeling homesick for Japan. And then I would say that during this time, and I mean, since I've been back in general, I've been making plans for the future and working toward my goal of getting a van and my goal of making my content creation more of my full-time job. So these are things that are themes throughout every month, not just particular to July, but especially since I have been back in the US. Next, we need to talk about August. So come August, what was going on? I think a lot of August was just like continued focus on, working toward my goals, doing makeup. I made a new friend at the end of the month, which was really cool. But it was like not anything super big, super eventful, just a lot of progress, but slow progress in a way. I was really focused on wanting to get monetized at that time. And if you guys don't know, to get monetized on YouTube, you not only need 1,000 subscribers, which I had hit in July, but you need 4,000 watch hours. And that is a little bit more challenging to hit because you have to keep that 4,000 watch hours over the past year, and it has to be new people watching your video, not the same person watching the videos over and over and over again. There's like all these requirements for it, but that was my main focus, and I, in a lot of ways, felt like it was going nowhere, but it was something that I was really focused on at that time. So August, let's see. August was the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Judgment card reversed. Something coming slow. You can't quite make a decision, maybe due to something financial. You could have made a decision already and you aren't seeing progress. You have a sense of insecurity. You have a vision for yourself. You need to reflect into life. If you are struggling to make a decision, be patient. Don't be hard on yourself. So I would say the only decision that I was really like focusing on was my van and working toward that, and financial decisions. But other than that, I don't know if I was really focused on making a big decision during that time. Definitely insecure about my goals and my vision, but I had a very strong vision and I was working toward it. Next, we have September. September was when we had more content creation focus. We had Hurricane Sally. We had me trying to find balance between doing the things that I need to do for work, my creativity, my content creation, my health, and then also trying to spend time with the new friend that I made and fit everything in a way, and also not feeling important to people that I thought that I was important to. So it was a lot. September was a lot. It was another mentally hard month, but we were doing our best through it. So let's see what it says for September. Three of Swords and the Tower reversed. It was a hard month. Yes. Something you have to release, but you're not quite ready. You're being forced to make a change. Recognize and be perceptive of signs. Rely on the psychic perception you have. Invest your gift into something. Also possible that someone else is going through this and you are using your gift to help them. I would say that I was definitely helping somebody else during this month. I was trying to help many people during this month, but I would say it was also in a lot of ways a hard month for me too. So I don't know. Again, let me know what you guys think. And let's move on to October. So you guys know October is my favorite month because of Halloween, and October was a lot of makeup. October was also when we went ghost hunting, and as far as just general life, things were pretty much the same. But I do remember in October, I was feeling even more so like I just wasn't getting back what I was giving or trying to give into the relationships that I had in my life. And that has been another thing that has kind of been a continued theme throughout 2020 and leading into 2021. But it's something that I really started to notice even more so in October and deal with, and something that I am continuing to try to make the right decisions for myself and my circle and in who I invest myself into. That was October. So let's see what it says. October was the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, Three of Pentacles, and the Judgment card was for the other one. And the Three of Pentacles. That was the last one. So October, either someone is not meeting you where you need to be met, or you are not meeting something where it needs to be met. A month of using common sense, being cutthroat, and making a big decision. You have great ideas, lots of action and movements, traveling, communication. A message is coming from an older feminine energy or a younger masculine energy. Likely financial, highly intuitive, psychic, balanced, working with other people. Let your voice be heard. Work with people to make your passion a reality. I mean, I was working on my content creation, and I was working with my new friend in a way, because he was helping me a lot with that. But other than that, I don't know that I was necessarily working with other people on a lot of things. My voice was maybe being heard because I was putting out videos and whatnot. Didn't have any big financial stuff. Sadly, it would have been nice to have a good financial message. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, there's October. Now let's talk November. So November and then moving into December is a time period where I've really had to come to terms with my relationships with some people and where I stood with them and where they stood with me. and where I needed to kind of let go of things in that aspect. November also consisted of me and my mom going to Alabama and spending time in Alabama for Thanksgiving, which was really nice. We had some familial troubles that we ran into, or I ran into on a personal level, but we were able to work through that. We went to the balloon festival, which was really cool. November, again, focused on work, focused on my goals, focused on getting my van and the things that I needed to do there. Also trying to be creative. Just another month of finding balance. That seems to be a theme. But let's see what they have for November and if any of it relates. November, the 10 of Wands, the World in reverse, the 5 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands reverse. November, hard work to do something, end a cycle, saving for travel, a new chapter, moving, saving for something to inspire intellectually or spiritually. Something you are rapidly changing that people don't quite understand yet. You go wherever you need to go. You are seeing something before it happens. You are seeing a pattern and writing it. Don't let the haters drag you down. I don't know. Like I keep saying, let me know what you guys think if you see any relations or patterns or anything in it. And finally, we have December. So in December, big thing happened. I finally got monetized on YouTube, which was super, super exciting. And I just want to say thank you guys again for that. You're amazing. You're amazing. I appreciate all of the support that I get from each of you and the relationships that I have built and continuing to build. It's amazing. I'm so grateful for this community and all of you. You're wonderful. Other than that, though, like I said, December was me continuing to come to terms with relationships that I had and that didn't pan out the way I thought they were going to, or didn't mean to other people what I thought they meant to me. And then also continuing to focus on my goals and the things that were important to me. We also had obviously the big Christmas holiday, which I spent chilling mostly, and New Year's, which didn't pan out how I thought it was going to either, with Katie and her birthday and the pandemic. So it was just interesting. It was interesting. But there was progress that happened in December. It was exciting in a lot of ways. And I think that as the year closed was when I really came to term with knowing that 2020 was not what any of us expected it to be. But it was a year that allowed me to focus on myself and focus on my confidence and focus on my independence and who I am and what is and isn't important to me and the type of people and energy I will allow around me and in my life. So that is good, I guess. And then moving into 2021, I really feel like, obviously, starting the year off, I knew things weren't going to change overnight, but I do expect that things will continue to improve, even if it's in the smallest ways. And then I'm thinking, I don't know why I feel this way, but around September is when I feel like there's going to be a big change. Something big is going to happen around that time this year, but we'll see. We'll see. So let's see what she says for December, since I'm getting into talking about 2021 and we haven't even talked about December. The 8 of Swords reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed. So December says, something you have wanted to do, but you have restricted yourself. You are feeling anxiety because you aren't quite doing what you should be. Make a change. Choose your words carefully. Something you want to tell somebody. Get in touch with your inner child. Do something that makes you happy. I definitely think that in December, I was probably feeling a lot of anxiety. I've been feeling a lot of anxiety this whole time, welcome to my life. I would think that as far as I wasn't doing something that I should be, maybe because I wasn't putting as much focus on my work as I should have been. I was getting a little burnt out, especially with waking up at 2 a.m. to teach online. But other than that, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Something I wanted to tell somebody. I I feel like I was definitely wanting to talk about a lot of things with people, and I did the best that I could in those situations where people were or weren't, in some cases, responsive. But I did the best that I could. That's all you can do. So guys, that's it for what I had for this reading. If you don't know, these like pick a card readings, they are general readings. There are a lot of things that in theme might apply or they may not apply because it's supposed to be energy for multiple people, not just me. But I still find them really interesting. I think it's interesting how many things did align with this reading for my year, and I'm really curious what you guys think about it. If you guys enjoyed hearing this and seeing this, I would love to do another one at the end of 2021 and talk about what the year was like for me, what was predicted in some of these readings that I listened to, and what lined up, maybe what didn't. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. This a little bit different video, I know. If you guys enjoyed looking at all of the Instagram pictures, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Also, if you want to check out my Patreon, there's a link down below. I post all of my pictures on Patreon before they go on Instagram, and you get a preview there. You also get a lot of behind the scenes pictures and pictures that don't get posted on Instagram. And it's only $1 a month at the lowest tier to sign up. And then if you want to sign up for other tiers, I offer postcards monthly for certain subscribers. You get a follow, you get your name at the end of the video, all of that jazz, lots of fun stuff. If there's anything that you guys want to suggest, I am open to suggestions as well, so you can give me your ideas. But I just hope you guys are doing well, and let's wrap this up, guys, because that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you don't know what to comment down below, leave the little crystal ball emoji. Not only does it help my channel a lot, but it lets me know that you were here. It gives us a chance to chat. It lets me know you made it to the end of the video, and of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help my channel, down below the links to my website, member store, and my Patreon. There's zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much. Remember to stay Genki AF, and I'll see you next time. Bye! You can see it flying through the air sometimes. It's really annoying.